Hi everyone, welcome to Module 2, Mapping It Out. In this module, we'll be reviewing a popular project management tool, Gantt charts. The video is an article posted for into more detail around the history of the Gantt chart, but I like to think of it as my roadmap to project creation. Gantt charts can sometimes look complicated, but we'll be keeping it fairly simple in this first module. These charts are visual references during project planning and project work. The idea being that anyone can take a look at this chart and know who's involved, what the status is of projects, and when things are going to start or end. It's helpful to think of the Gantt chart as having three major components: the task list, the chart itself, and the updates that are made to the chart. The task list is a breakdown of all the tasks in a project, the estimated time it will take to complete the task, and who is involved. The task list can also help you understand what the order of operations should be, otherwise known as dependencies. Sometimes these dependencies are listed and sometimes they're not, but it's important to understand what tasks need to happen before another can start and what can happen concurrently, meaning at the same time as another task. This is a pretty simple project, making dinner. We've created a task list to understand what we need to accomplish, what resources we'll be using, how long each step will take, and what the dependencies are. In this list, two tasks do not have dependencies. So let's take a look at the Gantt chart that we've created for this. Here's the task list with the times mapped out, now known as a Gantt chart. This is a very close-up look at a pretty small project, but this may be actually helpful for anyone who has ever thought they could hold a dinner party but wonder why they don't eat until 11 p.m. The gray bars represent the estimated duration of the task as it moves through the hours. This is what your chart looks like at the beginning of a project, usually when you're feeling very optimistic. Now we have the updated chart. As an outsider looking in, you can see how the project progressed through time, what tasks took less time than expected, what worked on schedule, and what went over. Here we see that finding a recipe actually didn't take that long. Maybe a call to grandma was very fruitful and we realized that our meatloaf was exactly what we wanted for dinner. Unfortunately, a trip to the grocery store took longer than expected, maybe due to a shortage in ketchup. We were able to stay on time though, since we had a little time left over from recipe scouting. Prep time was as expected, but cooking time ran long. Maybe our oven is different from Granny's, but then we see that setting the table was a half hour as we had predicted, probably because we spent some time making some napkin swans. It is important to include a key in your chart though, so anyone who can see it can understand what is on time and what is not. So for this week, you'll be reading an article on Gantt charts and watching a few videos that review them further. I'll note that Gantt charts do not have to be so simple as I've outlined. As we go through further modules, we'll add some layers of details to the charts, but we're looking to give you a solid grasp of how to utilize a Gantt chart and begin applying that knowledge to your project. I'm looking forward to the discussion board this week, as I think we'll have a lot to share and we'll be able to gain from each other's experiences. To wrap up this module, there is an assignment on creating your own Gantt chart, and I invite you to try creating them in Excel to explore the possibilities even further. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the Q&A board or to contact me directly. Thanks guys, and have a great week.